ran a little longer than was anticipated, so it's just gonna be a quick little short stream today. I have to start dinner soon and all that, so we'll just finish up Kanan here, and I'll show you all a few of my other sketch cards. So right now I have, I have Chopper that needs to be done today. I have Kinjar, so he needs to be done. I do these, and I try to sell them. So I have a few with me. Actually, I'm trying to sell them this weekend. So I have Representative Jar Jar, I have Ahsoka, I did Thrawn, I painted Anakin, and I actually really like this one. This is the Grand Inquisitor. I actually sold 2 others, so they're in the list and everything. So I have to put these back where they're supposed to be. I'm doing a stack sale this weekend, and I have a Star Wars theme and all that. Now, I might be a little awkward here because I'm trying to change the angle a bit, and sorry, like I said, like the thing is like really low and really shaky. So, one moment. All right. I don't know if this is going to reach anyone because, like I said, I am very, very late today. So all I'm doing is just painting Kanan's hair real quick. And then we'll move on to Chopper. I need to have these 2 done this weekend. I'm actually kind of liking how he's turning out. I'm only worried if I mess up his painting. Because I have to do his the designs right here. I have the acrylic pen for it. I actually got it at Michael's, so this is what I'll be using for that. See, the creative marker. So I think it should work. I've tested it out, and it should do fine on watercolor. So we'll see how it goes. So I did post it up on, I believe it was on TikTok. I posted up like, hey, this is what I'm doing right now. Now we gotta see if the painting turns out good. I also did Chopper here, and Chopper is probably gonna be added a little later. I need to finish him. I'm actually surprised how well he turned out. He's supposed to, but I don't think the point is getting across. He's supposed to, be kind of leaning out of a doorway and kind of waving at you. That was the idea, but I don't think that's coming across because it's kind of hard. Because as you can see, his legs are the angle or anything like that. So I'm a little concerned how he's going to turn out once I paint him. So I like doing these sketch cards. They are a little bit more in my wheelhouse. Oh, this is Kanan Jarrus from Star Wars Rebels. So yes, Free Palestine, yes, agreed. So I am trying to do a different angle on this stream. It's a little hard. I'm left-handed, so my hand is sometimes going to smack the, the arm here, so. And that just happened, great. One second. I have done that before. I have done that before a few times. So, I might do it. I don't know. I'll get recommendations. I'll see what I can do. I'm going to try to do this real quick. Hang on. There we go. Mistakes happen. But yeah, I like to do characters and whatnot. I can draw and paint in bigger sizes. This is just what I'm currently doing. I just do a lot. Ah, thank you. Thank you, Shamrock. I'm really proud of how he turned out, because this is my first time drawing Kanan. So. And like I said, it's a little hard to stream with this. I wonder, can I pull the arm back up a bit? Like I said, I'm left-handed, so I probably need a little bit more room. Can I zoom in though? Like I said, I'm still fairly new to this mobile streaming. I usually stream on Twitch, So there's that. 1 second. Let me move this over. 1 second. I'm making adjustments. I'm sorry. Let me see. If I put this pencil here. No, there. Sorry. All right. Here, y'all can look at my other works that I've done while I try to straighten this out. All right. For here. That should be straight on. Again, I'm sorry for this. I'm still trying to get used to it. Can I zoom? I can zoom in. Oh my gosh, that helps out so much. I was like thinking, I can't zoom in on this thing. Oh, that helps out so much. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. At least I know I can zoom in. I'm actually perched up on my what is it called? It's my card box, so it gives me a higher perspective so I can see what I'm doing, and it's a little annoying. But I'm a short woman, so sorry if I am a little quiet. I'm trying to paint. Oh, hang on, I need that back over here. Sorry. I do say sorry a lot. I apologize. I need to move that over there. My desk is a mess. It really is. And that's how it usually is. I try to organize it, and then it ends up being an absolute mess 2 days later. So I am actually looking forward to Paint Chopper. I have done K2SO. Actually, can I show y'all that? Let me show you my sketch of K2SO. Have I drawn C3PO? Not yet. But here, I'm going to show y'all something. If I can grab it. There it is. Now, okay. So, I have drawn K2SO. So, I'm very happy he actually did get sold. So, my person was like, "Oh, I love Rebels and Andor. Can you try to do some more of those?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So, I hope to do C3PO soon. I've done Chopper in K2SO, so I mean, I have to do R2D2 and C3PO soon. So. No, but I doodled BB-8, and I have a tiny sketch of, where is he? Hang on. Let's see. There is a tiny sketch of a very rough draft. He needs to be bigger on here, but I kind of sketched him out. I do agree. I need to do C3PO, of course. I do have a sketch card of him. Oh, sorry. I have Star Wars training cards, so. But I have drawn Grogu a lot. So those will be coming out. Grogu was the first one I sold, and so I was like, okay, I'll draw a lot more Grogu in the back. Again, I'm sorry how shaky it is. I like to draw droids. I mean, I'm not very. I don't think I'm. I like to practice doing it. So because because you have to work with the shine and everything. But my main focus is people. Sorry if I'm a little quiet. There we go. Okay. Now we must do the beard. I might switch. No, he should be fine. It's with the 4. So the size brush I'm using is a number 4. So it should be fine for this sort of work. I I say that, I'm gonna struggle with it. Oh, they are? Oh, that's lovely. Let me see. I can put them on my list. Hang on, I'll put them on the list. So C3PO and R2D2. All right, Shamrock. So we're gonna put in C3PO and R2D2. There we go. All right, they're on my list. Thank you so much for the recommendations. So maybe next week, by next week, I'll put them up there. Oh, BB-8, yes, I need to put BB-8 up there. I had a rough sketch for BB-8. I was going to draw him this weekend, but there was a little girl at my table with her dads, and they were going through some Star Wars stuff, and she loved, like, little robots, so I gave her my sketch of BB-8. So yes, the droids are on the list. What do you think of Indy, Shamrock? Indy is from the Outlaws, the Star Wars Outlaws game. I love Indy. I'm not a huge fan of beards, but I do like this look a lot better than a season 4 look. I think we all agree this is probably his best look. And again, I'm sorry for the shakiness. Right now I just have mobile stream available. I would like to take it on with me. We're going to go on a trip soon. I would like to take it with me and be able to stream, but I might not because I'm really busy nowadays. So I was like, hey, I got a short amount of time. I'm going to try to stream a little bit while I can. But I would like to make this a weekly thing. This would be nice. And y'all can recommend, like, what characters for me to draw. I do a lot of Star Wars, but I am open for other things. Like, if you have a character you want to, like, you know, if you have an OC that you want me to draw, I can draw them for you, you know, if you want. You know, things like that. I want to be available to do that. Okay, now we just need a little touch over there and on his mustache. And then we need to do his design, and then we can work on Chopper. Oh, Indy. Indy. He's from Star Wars Outlaws. He's the BX commando droid with the jacket on the front of the cover. I think he's not bad. So I try to do a lot of my shading beforehand so I could just paint over slightly, you know. But yeah, I loved it. I loved Indy. I thought he was very sarcastic in a way, and I don't know why. It kind of reminds me a bit of K2SO, so that's why I enjoy him. Let's see. You know what? Let me give him his blue background. I usually don't just do just that. I usually have a background, like so. I'm sorry for the glare. So I did red for the Inquisitor. This was supposed to be a joke. I think I kind of messed him up a bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. He's not in the main universe. He's more like in the video game, like with Cal Kestis and the like. So he's not on any of the main shows or movies at this time. Ooh, Mandalorian is a good one. My husband and I just loved that. Like the first season, we were just so hooked and everything. So, oh, I actually have something. Let me see. I have something. I have a themed sketchbook that I am guilty of kind of abandoning it, and I need to get back to it. Sorry, I have school papers everywhere. There he is. Where is he? Where is he? 1 second. Shamrock, you might like this one. Here we go. I did this last year. Let me try to pull out a bit. There he is. So I did this one last year, and I'm very proud because I'm usually very bad with shiny armor, so I'm very happy how he turned out. I might do another Mandalorian sketch card. That would be lovely to do that. So, and it has been a year, so I'm hoping that I have improved a bit. So, okay, there we go. All right. And what I like to do is that while I'm doing watercolor, I try to reinforce my lines a little bit so that it's a little clear on what's there. I do apologize for the mic. I am kind of close to it. I shouldn't need too much reinforcing. Not like I did with, I did Callus the other day. That's what it was. There was Callus and K2SO, and they were, oh, thank you. I'm really proud of that one. So, hope to draw more. Are you excited for the new movie next year? Because I can't wait to see it because Zeb's in it, and I'm just hopefully enjoy it because I think how it's gonna be is that Mandalorian and Grogu will come out first, and then right after that, the Ahsoka season 2 will come out because we have the. Oh, hi Jennifer. So, do I do that? No. Okay. So, yeah, hi Jennifer. We were talking about Star Wars and everything, and about the new Mandalorian movie. So, I'm excited. Alright, so the last thing he needs is the design that Sabine puts on his outfit. Now, it might be a little too bright, but I have this. And I think it will work. I want it to be bright enough. And then we'll move on to Chopper. So I did a little underpainting of him. So right now, this is how he looks. So I did the shading and everything. Yeah. Mandalorian and Grogu, they, I think, people have released, I think it's coming out May 2026. So, and they have shown some clips of it, and they did show a shot of Zeb, which, just makes me insanely happy. So we do have I think Chopper's in that one, too. But, yeah, so we'll get to Chopper soon. I do have to sign off quickly, probably in about another 30 minutes, and I'll have to go. I have to fix dinner. So. Oh, yeah, that's why I brought my pencil out, so I can. Hold on one second. I had the design sketched out, but I don't. Let me see. Hold on, I gotta grab my reference really quick. Sorry, I gotta grab my laptop real quick. Because I don't want to mess this up. But watch, I'll mess it up somehow. I'm sorry for the shakiness. There we go. Great. Canon. Oh, it's starting to rain again. I might. But right now, where I'm at right now, because I do, hang on 1 second. I have his mask. Okay. 1 second. So, what I do, sorry. So I actually sell Star Wars cards on Twitter. So that's why I've been kind of doing these sketch cards. I do mention that they are unlicensed and they are at a cheaper price than what like an actual sketch card would be. I think I have one here that I can show y'all. No, did we put them all in the first thing? I think we did. Yeah, so that's what I do. And but maybe one day I'll do that when I'm done with my Star Wars stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm just like showing my knee. That's disgusting. Like I said, I have to sit very awkwardly on this chair so I can see the right perspective. My eyesight is not what it used to be. I had problems. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Good. That would be nice. Good luck to you. Yes, do that. Do that. It's quite fun. I did the TikToks for a little bit. I think I've done only a few, like 3, I think. Yeah, I've done 3. One of them my son took. He has it in his room right now. It's Godzilla, and I did that in gouache. Can I take it? No. He's in his room right now. What am I doing? But yeah, good luck to you, Shamrock. I hope you draw many of them. It's fun to see people do that. Okay, so his sketch should be so I'm just gonna. How many years have you been drawing, Shamrock? Do I have to make it? Well, I'm gonna have to do this. I don't like using my darker pens, but if I'm gonna draw over it, it's gonna be fine. Okay. Hear the storm outside. And it's down like so. We have a little. It's a little hard. I do have a little bit of a light glare here. And it's hard when you're left-handed. There we go. Okay, so I have the template ready. Oof. You stay there. Sorry. There we go. If you hear something, that's just the rain. We have a lot of storms lately. Okay, so we're gonna try to see how this works. Hope that will be good. I do, again, I'm sorry if there's a lot of shadow over it because I am left-handed. Do a thin line. If I get quiet, I'm concentrating. Alright, so I've done that. His head is complete now. We need to... I want cerulean blue. I think blue is a good color for him. Where is my... Yes. So we're just finishing up. I just need to do the background, and then we can move him aside, and then we can get started on Chopper. But like I said, I only have like about 30 minutes left, and then I got to go. And again, I apologize for the shaking. Let me see. I should test you. Yeah, that's the shade I want. This is one I wish I was a little more ambidextrous. I'm gonna go a little light, but we're gonna have a little heaviness down here. And we're just gonna move up. Draw out the color a bit. So with my sketch cards, and like I said, they're not licensed or anything like that, I try to make it a little bit more, what's the word? A little bit more like my style, so that you can know like, oh, this is so-and-so's work. This is that's how they do it, so I'm trying to be able to do that. A little bit more water and kind of blend it a little bit better. I apologize for the shaking. I also try to just kind of blend it where it's like clear at the top a bit, or at least just a very light hint. Man, that storm is gonna be loud. Right. So the blue I'm using isn't really a blue. This is a lovely sky color to use, but I really think it does suit Kanan. Then we're gonna work a bit on Chopper, and then I'm gonna call it. Trying to do more saturated down there, and then just kind of blend it up top, and then just let it dry. Now the thing about watercolor is that it is going to curl. I know that even if you tape it down, there is going to be some tense tightening and loosening on one side than the other, so it is going to kind of curl a bit. So I try to let it dry for a bit longer so that it can straighten out a bit. It will kind of be just a little curled by the end. It depends on how much water you have going on in the paper you're using. I'm using 320 GSM. That takes on about 120, 130 pounds of water. So it's a measurement like how much water it could take. So I think I like this. I think it's good, and I'm glad that the pen did not like blend oversaturated, because I don't want that. You don't want your highlights to be white, per se. Like the eyes and like some white markings should be like pure white, unless like I would say like the highlights for the eyes are good, like it draws you right to their eyes, and maybe a few other places. But nah. You don't need to use a white. So I think he looks alright. Alright, what do you guys think? Good? I need to put him someplace so that he can dry. Let me wait a little bit for him to kind of fully dry a bit, and then we can work on Chopper. So I'm a little nervous about him. Because the K2SO that I did was a sketch. This is going to be watercolor, so he is going to be, I don't know, like, here's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like this, like he's leaning out of a doorway and waving at you. But I guess it can be shown as this way as well. So he's always tilting, like, on his legs a lot. So I do like how he turned out. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So we'll see how he goes. Alright, so we're just waiting for this to dry a bit, and then I'm going to set him aside, and then we'll work on Chopper. So, I do like drawing droids a lot. I think it's a fun challenge. I do try to do armor when I can. I specifically like to draw the clone armor. I worked on it a bit, but yeah, it's been good. So let's just keep these out while we wait for him to dry. I'm still debating whether to paint Jar Jar or not. I want to paint Jar Jar because it would make him a little bit more colorful, I think. However, I do want to paint him, but this guy here, I want to paint him, but I'm a little worried because he has, it's a little hard to kind of blend colors on this type of paper. So we might not get that. But I have an idea for him. Like, I want to do like a Jar Jar on one side and on the back side to have Darth Jar Jar. So it would be a nice little duo card. I have that idea for that, but I've already drawn the back of this one. Alright, I think he's dried enough where we can move to him. I think Anakin's my weakest. I do agree with that. I think it looked better just in sketch, but I was like, oh, I'll paint something. So, but I think I want to keep Jar Jar's sketch on this version. I'll do him again later, and we'll see. There we go. Alright, now we can do Chopper. I know Chopper is... We know he's the main character. Alright, so I should start with... One, I need to make sure my reference is up. C1, Tempe. There he is. Make sure I got his color scheme right. Okay. Alright. We're about to get started on that. I think we'll work our way down because I think this part is going to be a little bit more difficult. No, I see that, but is it though? If I just shade it a little bit more, I think I can make it easy. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just looking at my reference real quick. Okay. I'm going to start on his arm. I just think that would be the best choice to do. Okay, is that... That should be my Payne's Gray. Yep. Alright, so we're just going to get started on Chopper. I'm very happy how he turned out. I was struggling on him a bit. I don't want to add too much watercolor on this piece because it tends to sit atop. So it's finely pressed. So GSM. So again, it's a little hard when you have to work with shadows. My sister is also a YouTuber. She posts some shorts of her new pieces. So I always like to make sure to go and see her new work when I can. Let's see. Like I said, it's a little difficult. And I have a rainstorm happening. Have to lean forward a bit. You don't want pools of water here because it can... Good thing I went out and got the mail. Good God. Okay, I think we're good on that. Now we need to do his arm here. So we'll do that in the same color. I do like sketches for some a little bit better, but I do love watercolor, so this is a good excuse to practice. try to make some sketch cards. So we have a list already. Shamrock has provided 3 droids for the Star Wars sketch cards. So if anyone hunts a character, just be sure to shout out, like saying, oh, I like this character. Would you try to draw them? And I'll be like, sure. So it will be fun. Oh my goodness. Like I said, I want to try to paint a little bit more with traditional painting on here because otherwise with Twitch I do a lot of digital work. So I do digital work and I do Blender. So I try to stream on those days. I haven't lately because school just recently started. So I'm trying to get back into a schedule that works for me. And like I said, I want to stream a little earlier, like right after lunch or something, but it's a little hard because sometimes, like I said, schooling, it's a little difficult, but I really want to do like 3 days a week if I can. It's just a nice way for me to socialize a bit. So, there's that. I'm going to try to paint his go here. If y'all like a character, y'all just let me know and I'll try to do my best. Like on the list, we have C-3PO, R2-D2, and BB-8. If y'all want to add to the list, feel free to say. Silver, I don't want to touch that too much. Okay, then paint down there. I'm sorry if I get a little quiet. That just happens. Okay. A bit there. Here it's you and you over here. Sometimes you have to, like, I'll have to go back and redefine his areas a bit, and that's fine. I do try to paint shadows first. I do find that a little bit easier to do. Because I feel like I kind of load on too much paint if I do it any other way. You're dark gray. The problem is that he has a lot of like gray stuff going on, so to figure out what to do. I love Chopper. He's our little favorite war criminal from Star Wars. So we all love him. Oh, hang on. I got a text. 1 second. Yes. Okay. Now, I think we'll start with the head very soon. Just give me 1 second. Let me do his leg real quick over here. Remember, he does have a different leg until the 4th season, so that is the style I'm going for. Alright. Now then. I'm sorry for the shakiness. Alright, now we can get into orange. So I need a color. I think it's going to be this one. It's like a reddish orange. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take this vermilion and blend it with some more orange, and then we'll have the color. So So I know it's like a little off screen, sorry. So right now I'm just mixing some colors. That's the thing about when you're working. Hang on, you know what? I'll move this aside and then y'all can watch me struggle with paint theory, so, or color theory, I should say. Yeah, there we go. So I'm taking this one. This is Vermilion right here, and that is a reddish orange, right? But I think it's too red. It does dry lighter, but we just want a little bit more orange, just a little bit more orange. Let's give that a pop of color. I don't know where I got this. I swear I think I got it at Michael's, but don't quote me on that. Okay, that's a bit closer. Where is it? There it is. So, like I said, this is what I do. That's about right. Alright, let's move this. Like I said, if y'all want a Star Wars character drawn, I'll put them to the list. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of Star Wars lately, and that will be the case for a bit. So, but I do other things too. I do draw a lot of Star Wars though. I'm not gonna lie on that. But I am doing Blender, and right now I'm just making little assets. Okay, so I just double check, making sure I'm putting everything in the right area. Now I have too much water, so I'm gonna dab and try to take that away. So if I'm quiet, I do apologize. Remember, he does have one of those, so we can just go over that. Is he accurately the best? I don't think so. I think K2SO was the best one, I think. But drawing Chopper for the first time, I think he's turning out okay. Like I said, I do have to go soon. Dinner needs to be done. If I'm quiet, I do apologize. What are the other things that you like to draw? I really like to draw a lot of characters, and like I said, I do draw a lot of Star Wars characters, a lot. But I also I have other fandoms, so I mean, I do watch Marvel, the basics, Marvel, Lord of the Rings, that sort of thing. So if y'all want me to draw someone, I am willing to try. So. That should be orange, yes. I don't think he's going to be that difficult to paint. It's just trying to make sure that he's not flat looking. That's going to be the hardest part. So I might tweak my bit more after we sign off here. But right now, I just want to get the colors down. I do apologize for the shaking. I'm still new at this mobile streaming, so we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to see if I could stream once a week. I think that would be fun. Other times I will try to be on Twitch. See how it goes. Alright, and then he's got an orange bar right underneath the name. Yep. So, right here, he's got another little orange bar there. But it's mostly about him, the shade. I need to tilt my paintings. It's probably a bit better, but I don't. I have something, but I think it would be too obnoxious to have up here. There we go. He's getting there. Right. I kind of want to paint that little area one more time. So I didn't notice this, but he has an open compartment on the lower part. Right around here, we only see a little bit of it. So I am gonna make sure we paint that. I do have to redraw some of these lines. And then that little piece right there is supposed to be yellowish or goldish, so that's gonna be interesting. He's looking like it. He's looking like him. Now I gotta figure out which. I don't think it's like the lemon yellow. So, 1 second. Let's see. I can go on for another 13 minutes, and then I gotta call it. So let's get him at least the helmet done, because I think he's getting there. He's right about there. I think. Let's test the color. Yeah. That color's fine. Just getting ready to finish them off. What should its background color be, you think? I've already done blue, but blue is such a good color with orange because it's complementary. I don't like to assign colors to people. I just like to use colors when I can. So purple is another good one. That's a good idea. Purple might work. We do want him to pop out a little. Like I said, on sketches I don't do this, but with a render I do add the color. I think purple will do. Yeah, I'm thinking purple. I might be able to do this and just be able to make the drawing a little pop, and then he'll be done. I think he'll be done. That will make me so happy. If I can get these two done before dinner, I will be so happy. So, we'll stick them here, let them dry and cure overnight, and then I will stick them in the top loaders. And they will be flattened and secured. Yeah. I think he's looking good. I think he's getting there. Alright. Now I just need to do this gold, and what I'm going to use is I'm going to use yellow ochre. That is a lovely color for that. Oh, let me zoom in a bit. Sorry. There we go. That's a bit better. Ugh. Oof. So yes, I know he looks a bit muddy now. Now the last time that happened, it happened with Callus, but once I redefined, like made sure like you could see the shapes, he looked a lot better. So that so if your drawing kind of looks like this, try to redraw where you want your lines to be, because that will help you like really shape and like kind of make your drawing pop a bit. So I do recommend that. Now I need. Oh, where is it? Could do that one. Aren't you tickling a yellow? I think you are. I don't like this over here. Go over there. Sorry, I'm just getting a color right now. So let's see. That might work for a goldish color. He is an old droid, so I think he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. You see that as I'm very cautiously like trying to paint. Yeah, that'll work. So you dry your brush to take off excess, because watercolor brushes are very absorbent. Here we go. All right, almost there. And we just need to paint the background and then we'll do details. Oh, wait. No, his leg. Hold on 1 second. I keep on saying that, and I don't mean it. Hang on, where is he? The leg on his left. Isn't that a different color? I thought it was orange. I thought there was an orange bit. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'm looking at my references. Where is it? I had it. Now I'm gonna look at that and I'm like, I don't see it. Where is it? No, I don't want the toy. I want the screenshot. Rebels. That's the one I want. Yeah, that's the one I need. Okay. Remember to open image in new tab, please. That's better. Ah, interesting. Okay. It's just a lighter color. So, let's think. Let's do this. So I'm putting a little bit of brown with a bit of gray. So it's a little different. This part here. So he's got a little rusty looking one here. Sorry if I'm a bit quiet. I just concentrate too much sometimes. Alright, I think that's fine. That's about right, yeah. Yeah, it's right there, sorry. That wouldn't be bad. I don't want that to draw on me. Yep. Alright, so that's done. Now we just need to do the background, and then we'll be done. Now, how brightly purple do we want it? I do apologize for the shaky camera, and then we'll be done. Thank you all for everyone who's commented and also like came by and say hi. I love it. Thank you so much. I can't tell how much I appreciate it. I will be back here again next week. I will be out of town for 2 Wednesdays in September, so we'll see what happens when we get there. I would love to try to stream while I'm on the road, but chances are that's supposed to be purple. Why is it not purple? Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to find the color. So what I love about wait, that's not right. No. Oh, wrong color. Okay, good thing I caught that. This purple's over here. I don't have much purple in my. There it is. Okay, we want purple. All right. So I do want to stream while I'm on the road, but I don't think that's possible because I am going to be a little busy. Because we're going to probably be trying to find some cards to find. That's what I'm doing right now. You see how it sits on top? So what I'm going to do is just dilute my water, my paints, and just build up. So this is what you want it to kind of be a little runny. And see, remember, water reactivates, so if you work at it a bit, you can get this nice, like, cloudy effect, which is what I like. So, if y'all have a character y'all like me to try out, feel free to, mention it. I'm open to everything, for the most part. Any character is fine. I do like this purple on him. I think it suits him. So you kind of blend it right there. See that? Give me one moment. Well, actually, I'm gonna call it right